Hi, and welcome to your Urban Connection. Uh, you know, I want to tell you something. Uh, you know, August in a large part of the country is usually a very hot month. But I want to tell you, there's one person that I know who wishes that August would hurry up and go away. Because for Donald J. Trump, August has been a terrible month. Now, for the first part and middle part of August, he found himself with a black woman, Kamala Harris, providing heat to all sides of him, all sides of his body. Heat that he could not escape from. Okay? So he's had a hell of an August. And then today, the heat was turned up by special counsel Jack Smith. When Jack Smith on today filed a new charge on Donald Trump for his actions and his involvement in the January 6th situation, insurrection, mobbing, whatever you want to call it. So he's now feeling the heat from all sides of his body, from his head to his toes. You see, this latest filing uh, by Jack Smith basically says to uh, Donald Trump and the United Supreme Court, I'm not going away. As a matter of fact, Jack Smith was last heard singing a song that Donald Trump had been playing at his rallies and was sued by the family of one Isaac Hayes. And that song was titled, Hold On, I'm Coming. Hold On, I'm Coming. Remember that song by Sam and Dave? Okay. Well, Donald Trump was playing that at his rallies without the authorization of the people that had the rights to that music, and that was the family of Isaac Hayes. Now they've been asking Trump not to play that music at any of his rallies since 2022, because they didn't want their father's music to be associated in any form or fashion with Donald J. Trump. Well, Trump ignored all of their outreaches and all their notices and all of their legal entities telling him to cease and desist, and he kept on playing it. And so finally, Isaac Hayes' son filed a lawsuit, okay, to stop it. All right. Now, but the fact of the matter is that Donald Trump, I'm going to tell you why he's feeling so much heat, ladies and gentlemen. It's very simple. Donald Trump is losing this race at this time because as of today, Kamala Harris has gotten the bump from the convention, just as I told you she would, and she is now leading him in the latest poll by 5 points. All right? He's behind. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to handle her. And then along comes another legal issue for him that he thought he'd gotten out of. He thought the Supreme Court had rescued him. But Jack Smith says, hold on, I'm coming. And he's coming. He's coming with a new suit, okay, a new indictment against Donald Trump for his involvement on January the 6th. So Trump is fighting not for the presidency now. He's fighting because he knows, and I'm not going to say when, I'm not going to say if, but he knows that he is going to lose this election. And you know what that means? That means prison is on the other side of this election. Okay? And it might not be in January, it might not be in February, but it's coming. It's coming. Okay? So no matter where Donald Trump goes, I don't care if it's Florida, if it's New York, if it's Ohio, if it's Washington, D.C., or even if it's Memphis, Tennessee, the heat is on, brother. He's feeling the heat. Okay? And Kamala is cruising. All right? But don't get too comfortable with your shit, Kamala. We still have about 70 days to go. But if you can just hold on and just ride the wave that is before you, because that wave is becoming a tsunami, okay? And more, you just saw what was it, yesterday or day before yesterday? Another 200 Republicans, ex-employees from the Bush administration, from the McCain dynasty, from the Romney, okay, all those people, over 200, I believe about 250 of them, threw their support behind Kamala. Those are all Republicans. Most of them are prominent Republicans. Household names, people you and I in the world know. They're behind Kamala Harris. So Trump sees the handwriting on the wall, and he knows that it's getting awfully, awfully hot in his world. No matter what part of the country he's in, the heat is on, and he cannot escape. He doesn't know what to do. He's about to lose his mind. Okay, he's got a criminal future. Okay, he sees prison in his future, convictions which will lead to prison. He sees that in his future. He also sees something that he certainly will never look forward to. He sees being defeated by a black woman, and that is tearing him up, and that's tearing him apart. And then, if that's not bad enough, he goes and accepts the endorsement of a guy who's lost part of his brain, admittedly, okay? Something ate his brain, okay? And here's a guy that would throw away the legacy of the Kennedy name, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., okay? So Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has basically embarrassed his whole family, going all the way back to Joseph P. Kennedy, his grandfather, John F. Kennedy, his uncle, Robert F. Kennedy Sr., his dad, and Edward Kennedy, his other uncle. Now, his dad, his uncle, his two uncles, okay, they all served the United States government for, I don't know, what, 40, 50 years? Honorably, admirably, credibly. They all had integrity. And along comes Robert Kennedy Jr., and he proves to be the black sheep of the family. All right? Yeah, Robert Kennedy. Okay, so Robert Kennedy joined forces. But let me just tell you one thing. See, Robert Kennedy was a Democrat for all of his life, as was his granddad, his dad, and his two uncles, and his whole family. And Robert Kennedy is 60 years old, ladies and gentlemen. So he's been a Democrat basically since birth until just last week. Well, no, before last week, because you see, earlier when he decided to run, he changed parties from a Democrat to an independent. So now he joined forces with a Republican. But let me just explain something to you all. He doesn't know where he belongs. He doesn't know where he fits in. As a matter of fact, he doesn't really fit in anywhere, because I guarantee you he's going to get used and abused messing with Donald Trump, okay? But here's the thing. You see, I'm going to tell you why I say he doesn't know where he belongs, where he fits in. And it doesn't fit in anywhere. Because, you see, first, he went to Trump and tried to cut a deal with Trump, that if he would withdraw from the race because he was going nowhere, if he would withdraw, would Trump promise him a job in his cabinet? And Trump courted him like he does anybody else. You know, Trump is a user. He strangled him along, but he didn't promise him anything. So Kennedy goes to Kamala Harris, tries to play her along, tries to see if she will play his game. If he would drop out and endorse her, would she give him a spot in her cabinet? She totally ignored him. She didn't have any interest. Because what does he have to offer? He's only appealing to about 2 to 3% of the people, so what does he have to offer? So she turned her back on him. So you see, what I'm saying is he's playing both ends against the middle. He's trying to have some power. Maybe he's trying to build up his name, I don't know, for 2028, I don't know. But he's playing a game. And I can tell you right now that Donald Trump can see right through his game. So Donald Trump will use him, but not make any promises to him. And he will play along and go out there and embarrass, insult his whole family, that party, and the country. Because everybody can see right through him. And Donald Trump's going to play him like a used fiddle. But Donald Trump is in it for himself. He's not looking out for Robert Kennedy. He's not looking out for the American public. Donald Trump is trying to do whatever he can do because he knows his life depends on it. He doesn't want to spend the rest of his life in prison, behind bars, or certainly being a 3-time loser and a convicted felon, but that's what he's going to be. All right? That's what he's going to be. Because he's going to lose this race. And he doesn't know what to do. And RFK won't be able to help him. Neither will Tulsi Gabbard, okay, who was another Dino, Democratic name only. That's all she ever was. I remember her. You remember her from the Obama administration. Look, from the administration of even Biden. She was no Democrat. I mean, in name only. Look, this girl went out there and flirted with Putin. Went to Russia. Got in bed with Putin. But yet called herself a Democrat. But her actions clearly showed who she was. Okay? So, you can have all of them. You can have all the RFKs you want, Donald Trump. You can have all the Tulsi Gabbards you can find, Donald Trump. Okay? Put them in your party because that's where they belong. Because they're all jokers, just like you are. And I hope that the Democratic Party never, ever accepts Robert F. Kennedy Jr. back into their party. I certainly hope. And if they do, I might abandon them myself. If they will be that dumb to let Robert F. Jr. play his way back into the Democratic Party, I will abandon the party myself. I don't even want to be associated with a party that has somebody. You want to talk about a turncoat? That's exactly what he is and what he has been all this year, as a turncoat. But to do what he did after calling Trump everything but a child of God and talk about how unhinged he was, how stupid he was, and then go get into bed with him and want to call yourself a Democrat? No, baby, I can't buy that. I'm not buying that. But look, I want to tell you people one thing. As I told you on my last video, do not take anything for granted. Even though the polls are showing a 5-point lead for Kamala, act like she's 5 points behind. Work hard. Get out and vote. As Barack Obama says, don't boo, vote. And take your friends to vote. And if your friend is not registered, get them registered. And if they want to know why they should be registered, tell them why. Because when they say my vote is not important, then ask them, why the hell is it, if your vote is not important, why the hell are they trying so desperately to keep you from voting, and in particular this year? You realize in Texas, they just took off 1 million voters off the rolls. 1 million. And those were all, you can count on, those were people of color, right? And in Georgia, they're down there passing laws right now, trying to find ways to keep people of color from voting. So if your vote was not important, why the hell would they spend so much time, money, and effort to keep you from voting? So you people need to get off of that stuff. Yeah, your vote counts. Every vote counts. Your silence does not count for one damn thing. You're sitting at home on the couch does not count for one damn thing. So get off the couch, change your attitude, and go vote. As Mrs. Obama said, do something. Okay? This election is too important for you to sit at home and wait for somebody else to make something happen for you. Okay? We've got Donald Trump right where we want him. We cannot let him escape through our fingers by not voting. So I don't care if you've never ever voted before. If you're 18 or over, go vote. If you never do it again, go vote. If you're 65 and you've never voted, go vote. It doesn't make any difference. Go vote and get registered to vote. Don't wait till the last day. Get registered. Be prepared. Do some research. Find out what Donald Trump has in store for you. Because I'm sure if you find that out, you won't lack what you find. But if you don't vote, it is going to affect you and impact you negatively, not positively. I don't care what the hell Donald Trump tells you. Donald Trump is one of the biggest liars we've ever seen. It was just the other day. Donald Trump told the biggest lie he's ever told when he said he's done more for the black people since any president since Lincoln. Okay? Now, folks, if you believe that, I've got a bridge. I won't sell it to you. I'll give it to you. Okay? If you believe that. If you're dumb enough to buy that lie, I'll give it to you. All right? So don't take anything for granted, ladies and gentlemen. Vote for Kamala Harris in November. We need it. She needs it. The country needs you. So do your part. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.